Hey guys, how are you, Holly, Sandra? How's everyone doing today? I'm gonna get this shared and all that stuff real quick, and then we'll get into the reading, and then we're gonna talk about ancient civilizations and what we can expect, because there's a lot of cool stuff that we're rediscovering. So I like to get out on things like that. I always have. Hey Anna. When I was a kid, I was that little like 7, 8 year documentaries. So if that do anything about me. How's everyone doing? Oh, good. Glad you're doing good. Hey, Ben. All right. Done. Cool. I have been so busy today, nonstop lately. A little bit long. Yeah, settling in with these energies, man. Mercury's still doing Mercury things, but with my engine, the whole thing is out now, and it's on a engine stand. And the timing chain is going to get replaced because it's looking like it probably isn't going to last a whole, it's 20 years old. So he's going to replace that and the head gasket, but otherwise everything looks great. So I did. Can't wait to have my car back. I don't know if all you short folks feel the same way as I, but I like being up high in my truck. I've had a truck for like, oh gosh, like 15 years now, like just trucks since then. But mine is an Explorer, but it's a truck, it's a little truck. SUV, whatever, but it's a truck. Nice to see you, Patrick and Ben. So yeah, I've been, y'all, yesterday after the podcast and after I picked up the kids, I bought them a trampoline ago, but it's been snowing off and on, so not good weather to even go out there and try to put it up. So I did it yesterday. And I didn't know that it was going to be the giant one. Hi, Wendy. It's a 14-foot one. And I means with trampolines, I was just like, oh, trampoline. The boys, could use that. They've been wanting one forever. So I got it. But it's huge. Hi, Sue. Hi, Sonia. Nice to see you, ladies. So anyway, I got the trampoline itself assembled yesterday, and then I had to tackle the net today. So I did that while the boys were at school, and it's kind of challenging being a shorty and doing it all by yourself, but I did it. And I did an exquisite, I might add. Everything is nice, and my Virgo rising likes to pay attention to detail and likes to put everything together correctly. So yeah, it gave me something to hyper focus on today. So I did that. It wasn't the fun, but it wasn't bad. It was a nice day outside. So the cat Duncan came out and hung out with me and walked around me while I was putting it together. My dog was also out there with me. Anyone else seeing the cutouts? I left and came back, but it's still happening. Anyone else experiencing cutouts? Hey, Suzanne. Kara, I knew you were going to show up today live. Kara's mom is doing a lot better right now, so the good vibes worked. She's healing. She's on the mend. But yeah, is anyone else experiencing anything? Because that might be, I don't know. Shouldn't be me, but you never know. I can always back out and come back in. Yes, for Ben too. Okay, I'm gonna back out and then I'm gonna come back. So don't freak out when you don't Okay. How's that? Also broke my microphone. So that might be causing some issues. So it's choppy. Okay. I'm freaking out. Hey, Raina. Let me know if it's any better since I came back, because I don't want to start the and you guys not even be able to hear half of what I'm saying. So Poppins in return. Is it any better now, guys? Let me know. There's the lag, so I have to wait for that. Better? Dang. Is it just my voice, or is the video glitchy or anything? Same, it is what it is. I had 2 microphones and I don't know where the second one went. I looked for it. Let's see if my microphone magically works again. I didn't throw it away. I saved it just in case. But yeah, it's not wanting to power on. So I don't know, you guys. I will order microphones. I keep forgetting, but out where I can see it. So more like a lag. Dang. Let me my Wi-Fi turning that off. Okay. Now let's see. I don't know. Otherwise, I guess I can just start and maybe it'll fix itself. I don't know. I've done everything that I can think of now at this point, except for the microphone part. But I used to not use a microphone and you guys could hear me. So, hey, Linda. Okay. The internet is always being used at my house, but even when the boys are playing video games, they're not like doing online mode, but the TV streaming, they've got a couple of those going. So far, so good. Okay, cool. Could have been my Wi-Fi. It's been wonky. I got a new router, but now I need to get the modem because apparently those things can get outdated too. Little did I know. I've been doing research. So awesome. Okay, it's better. Thank you, Kara. All right, let's get into it. You guys are going to laugh too. Those of you who know my stance on the subject. We'll just come right out with it then. Bottom of the deck energy, twin flame showing up here. Eternal love, same heart, twin flame card. And if you guys know anything about how I feel about the twin flame paradigm, you already know, which is why I'm not surprised that the 5 of Wands is also showing up here. Conflict. Lessons though, okay, lessons through conflict, lessons through conflicting things like conflicting emotions, conflicting situations. You could still hold on to that, or anyone that's popping into view. Hey, Catherine, right? Oh dear. So yeah, not the twin flame, the twin flamers. Oh my gosh. So yeah, a little bit of drama there showing up here. This could be conflicts with someone, and twin flame doesn't have to, especially in my readings, okay, doesn't have to really always talk about the twin flame paradigm, the low frequency, what they've kind of created with that whole thing. Counterparts energy counterparts are definitely a thing. Spiritual unions, spiritual relationships are a real thing. We also have soulmates showing up right behind that on the bottom of the deck. Soulmates, twin flame. The thing though is we've got some stuff over here. Remorse, life regrets, bad choices, addictions. You could be, you know, in that loop, in that ascension trap, because we do have ascension trap and greed that showed up right next to it. Heard all kinds of conflicting info about twin flames. Guess I really never cared to get into it. Yeah, there's so much false information out there that it just really tainted the whole thing. So whenever someone's talking about twin flames, usually more often than not, in my experience with clients and working on websites, you know, psychic websites and people calling in about twin flame, it's they have created it and contorted it into the runner chaser thing, and oh, you have to, don't let them go, stalk them until they put a restraining order on you, and then stalk them some more, and all of that stuff. It keeps the empath and narcissist paradigm also going. It's an ascension trap, basically, is what they've created it to be, though there are spiritual counterparts, okay, the yin and the yang energy, masculine, feminine energy, similar idea to the twin flame thing without all of the negative connotation, okay? But also, it is not to find this one and only physical being that can fulfill you, that can be your, you know, your counterpart, your opposite, which kind of sounds a little counterintuitive to what I'm trying to say here, but it's, you are whole within yourself. You are fully in balance and in union with the masculine and feminine within yourself, self-loving, you know, you've done the shadow work and stuff, or you're still doing your shadow work, and this other person is at the same level, basically on the same frequency and on that same journey, whether a path to healing or, you know, really having done a lot of healing. So that whole toxic chase them, they're running from you, but chase them anyway type of thing, it's just, it keeps people stuck. Okay. It keeps people from doing the shadow work. It keeps them from realizing that there's any kind of shadow there, because, oh, you're supposed to feel like you're just going to die because you don't have this person in your life right now, because they've ghosted you, or they won't talk to you, or they've got a partner of their own, and you feel like, oh, they have to be with me. No, that is, you need to find where you're lacking in self-love in those cases. So that's why I'm not a fan of the twin flame thing. But I do recognize, yes, there are counterparts. There are twin flames, if you want to say that with that label. It's just the energy that comes along with it. It makes me cringe, if you didn't notice. So yeah. The cards that came out next to that twin flame card were Ascension Trap and Greed. So this, just like I was kind of talking about there, where it could keep that empath narcissist paradigm going. And we all know that goes absolutely nowhere. And if it was your true counterpart or twin flame, or whatever you want to label it, they're not going to hurt you intentionally ever. And if they recognize that they're hurting you, they're not going to abuse you. Okay, it's just not going to happen. The ascension trap, it's an abuse trap. It's to keep spiritual, or those awakening, or who think they're woke or whatever, to keep them trapped at that frequency where they're again putting outside external circumstances above themselves. They place their power outside of themselves on these external circumstances or other people. So yeah, control, manipulation, selfish intent. It could be, you know, someone that is manipulating you and got you stuck in this belief that you need them. I know this isn't going to apply to a lot of you, but somebody new could be watching. I don't know. Um, It doesn't feel right though, and you know it. It doesn't feel right. You're feeling conflicted within. Yeah, freaking exhausting. Tell me about it, man. Uh, oh, thanks, Matt. You've got choices to make. Okay, confusion, crossroads, meditate for answers. You could be really wrapped up in, and if it's not the whole twin flame paradigm with the romantic whatever, this could be a significant relationship, someone that is a soulmate, because soulmate was right behind that. Okay, we're not all talking about twin flame or romantic type of relationships here. This could be anyone that means something special to you, someone who is of significance to you. There could be conflict, or there could be things within their behavior patterns that you're seeing that they're coming off as selfish. Probably like an energy vampire type of an energy there, and whether they're conscious of it or not, whether they're intentional about it or not, it's giving me really like they cannot sustain themselves, so they're sapping you dry of your energy, whether this is for your attention, for your love, for you doing them favors, for you being an emotional support crutch, whatever. In numerology, the twin flame depends on which part of the chart it's in, spiritual, mental, or physical flow. It affects the relationship. Spiritual is harmonious, mental is partnership, physical is not harmonious. I'm going to highlight your comment, Suzanne, that way if people are watching also on YouTube that they can see that. Thank you. She's so sweet, and she always offers her wisdom. I love that. And are you finished with the numerology course yet, Suzanne, or are you still doing that? I can't remember. I think you're still going through that, right? That's really awesome. I love you sharing everything that you're learning. Please continue. Yes, we love the info. Okay. Sorry, I distracted myself. Okay, so energy leech. This could be also you giving your power over to a situation, can't let go of the constant thoughts, can't, this could be intrusive thoughts, this could be focusing on other people, places, and things outside of you, giving all of your energy and focus instead of really building yourself up and supporting yourself right now. I'm feeling very drained. I'm feeling like no one is supporting me, but I'm giving all of this energy, attention, focus out to others. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Jay. Um, so okay, this is what's being eclipsed out. We have the moon card showing up in the reverse, and on this reversal with this vice versa deck, that's an eclipse. Okay, so this is what's being highlighted. So this could very well be surfacing for you right now. Things being triggered, situations just manifesting, and you're like, this came out of nowhere, but it's bringing up this whole big, ordeal that I have to take care of. All of this energy, I need to transmute. I need to alchemize this shit. I need to heal. I need to take a step back, sit with myself, meditate, and figure this stuff out. But you're going to need to cut out people, places, things, thought patterns, behavioral patterns, whatever it is that's being highlighted for you or has been with this eclipse and retrograde season. These things are being removed so that you can wake up from this Nine of Swords, this waking nightmare. Okay, this manifesting negativity after negativity. Maybe it's an ascension trap of your own thoughts. Maybe you're thinking, oh, I can't get that job. Oh, I can't get that person. Oh, everyone in my family hates me, and then everyone out in public hates me, and I should just become an old hermit in the forest or something. I mean, if that's what makes you happy, but no judgment. But we need people. Oh, that's the reverse side of it. Sorry. So you're waking from this nightmare, or these thought patterns, or these ways of living your life that are not supporting you, that are not making you thrive. Spoke about wait, You were on point when you spoke about mine during what would come out a couple weeks ago. Oh, you got this. Yeah, Cassandra, you got it, honey. Hey, Wendy. We have the Four of Cups. This is like, this person is seeing that those cups are spilled. They're recognizing it, and they're about to get up and do something about it. Because on the reverse of this card, they left those cups and they went out to that ship, whether they swim, made a canoe, made smoke signals, and they came and got them. I don't know. I don't know their business, but they're going to get up and do something about it. So this is you overcoming these situations, thinking, you know what, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm sick of being stuck, sitting on my ass in the sand. It's all foggy. It's gross. I ain't got no water. Got a bunch of salt water. I guess I need to get up and flag down that ship that's passing by. Your ships are coming in, guys, even though it doesn't look like it right now. Or, you know, you may not feel that way right now. Things are going wonky still. Hey, Mercury just went direct, right? So give it some time. We've got post shadow energy. Nobody hates me, but I still want to be a hermit. Same. Oh my goodness, Cassandra. Wow. Sending you lots of love, honey, and support. And just try to rest and take it easy. It sounds like you've had a really rough day. So as these things are being released, as these big problems are surfacing so that you can get creative and find the solution, you're opening this Delta doorway. Because whenever you are forced to be resourceful, to think outside of the box, there's no solutions in sight. Now I have to go create a solution. Now I got to go find a way around this problem. And that's when a lot of us are actually working at our best, you know, to be quite honest. And that's why these things happen. It's like everything needs to come to a head. The volcano, you know, is about to erupt. So everything needs to really come up to the surface and be purged out so that you can create new ground, because that's exactly what the lava does. It creates rock and new ground, new earth, and it's very very healthy soil around volcanic locations, actually. I was trying to figure out what the hell I was trying to say. Okay, so Delta doorway, forgiveness and limitless freedom. So you are overcoming these thought patterns, these ways of being, these thinking that you need someone or something outside of yourself. You need to support yourself now. You need to focus on you, where you want to go, what you're doing, what, you know, you've been realizing more and more of your path. You've been doing a lot of healing, and just because you run into something difficult doesn't mean that you stop healing it. It doesn't mean that you just sit there and scream and cry and kick your feet like a little 3-year-old. You can do that for a little while. I did it, you know, whenever my car was having issues. I did it, cried for 2 hours, like not solid, but off and on for 2 hours, you know. Oh, thank you. So shedding that codependence, you know, whenever your knees hit the ground and there's no one there to pick you up, you got to get up and you got to do it yourself. And that's where your strength comes in. That's where you develop more character. That's you being forged in the fire. And as you continue to move forward and create these solutions or find these solutions, holding that faith, right? What happens? Exactly what you want comes in. Offer, date, engagement, wedding. Doesn't have to be the romantic thing. This could be any kind of opportunity, any kind of offer. But it's because you're seeing through the masks. You're seeing through the negativity because you've done the fucking shadow work, baby. Okay? You've done the shadow work. This is your mission. You know how to do it. You're equipped. Oh, I have that one. That's a good deck, Matt. Okay, coming over here. Oh, talking about purity. That's so sweet. Bottom of the deck. I didn't even realize it. We're using the Fairy Oracle today, and purity is on the bottom of the deck. We have a beautiful, majestic, sparkly unicorn and this beautiful little fairy with her sparkly dress, all pretty and stuff. Always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. So, shedding all of these old ways of being or believing in things outside of yourself, believing that you're powerless to create your reality or to create the circumstances that you really want. Stop giving your power away to those who are not worthy of you even entertaining them in your presence. Okay. Stop throwing your pearls at swine. That's what they keep saying. Stop throwing your pearls at swine. They're like, if you had a friend who was doing the same thing or thinking the same thing, whatever it was, you would want to slap them upside the head and get their attention. So, okay. I don't know who that's for. True love can never really be lost. Okay. True love for yourself can never be lost. Okay. And once you fully embody that true self love, then every single external circumstance is going to reflect back to you self love. Whether you need to hold on to your self love and choose yourself over another person or situation, or whether that is loving yourself so much that you don't accept less than you deserve. Therefore, you manifest the best possible circumstances in any manifestation. There's so much more to you than you think. Exactly. Hey, Shauna. You are so worthy, and you're still sitting here throwing pearls at swine. You are pure. You deserve the best. Okay. You have the power to make yourself better. Showing up right here with this tree and all of its beautiful little heart swirly thingies. I don't know what you call those, but they're little heart swirly thingies to me. You have the power to make yourself better, and only you, not anyone or anything outside of you. Stop saying, oh, I'll be better when I have that job, when I have that girlfriend, when I have that boyfriend, when I have that house, when I have that car. No, it starts with you. Be better now so that you can manifest those better circumstances for yourself. And it all begins with you deciding that you're worthy of a lot more than you've been settling for. Okay? You're worthy of abundance, baby. And once you heal yourself, you'll see that. Decided no contact is best at this time. Yeah. Sometimes that's what's best for us. You know, we have to sit, we have to lick our wounds, we have to heal, we have to, you know, live our life and get our shit back together. And then, you know, maybe later on circumstances will shift for everyone, or just for you, and something better comes along. Abundance, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. In fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. So remember that, okay? You being abundant, you being loved, you being fulfilled, you being happy is not taking away from anyone. And if it is, honey, that's their own problem for placing their power outside of themselves on you. Okay? Because everyone thrives when you are thriving. Everyone around you, everything around you thrives when you are thriving. You're in that higher frequency. You're in that authenticity, that joy, that happiness. So how could anything around you not be thriving? Because you're feeding energy into your environment. Like it or not, that's, you know, kind of what we do. And that's why they've tried to harness it and all of the stuff we know they do. They So when you're abundant, when you are in your joy, when you are powerful, you help create that spark in others. You help them to turn their own lights on. You help them just to feel good in your presence, even if it's only for 5 minutes out of the day. Okay. So heal yourself. You have the power to make yourself better. So do it. And then show others that they also have the power to make themselves better. Success isn't what you have, it's what you do with what you have. So stop pinning your success on external circumstances. but look in a book. It's a reading rainbow. Whatever your question right now, you'll find the answer in a book. The words you find will bring the insight you seek. ¿Qué pasó, Steph? Success isn't what you have, it's what you do with what you have. So with these two cards, when they first came out, I got a message with them. Hold on, let me let it come back in because I kind of lost it there. Look within. As within, so without. Look within. Your success is in here. Okay. Your success is you. You are your true purpose. So look at yourself as a success already. You're already successful. Just being here, just sitting there breathing. You're successful. Okay. A lot of others didn't make it as far as you. Okay. So count yourself successful and start trusting and believing in yourself, in your success, in your potential, and start becoming more confident. I know it's easier said than done, but you have to, put pen to paper. You have to put one foot in front of the other. Whatever it is you're being called to do, you have to do the thing. That's what they've been saying, do the thing. And if you're not certain, if you find yourself needing some kind of guidance, or if you're like looking, I'm getting like instructions too. So maybe, I don't know, since I'm dealing with my car, let's relate it to the car. So if there's something going on with the car, maybe open up the owner's manual and just like flip to a page and see what it says, because it very well could fix your problem. Okay. Not saying that that's 100% always going to happen for everyone. So don't come tell me, hey, you told me to look in the book and it didn't fix my car. I'm sorry. You have to be in the right frequency to find the solution, baby. But there could be, some kind of a motivational quote or some kind of bit of information if you're looking through a passed on loved one's things, like if they had a journal or if they had a book or like a Bible that they wrote notes in or whatever it is. Do the damn thing. Yes. Maybe flip that open and there will be some kind of message that will help you to move through whatever you're experiencing right now. So if that applies to you, then take it. If not, then just discard. But look within, because you are success. You're successful just being here, just breathing. Again, not many have made it as far as you have to this point, and especially being through the same things that you've been through. Okay. Not a lot of people have been successful enough to be alive at that point. So you're strong and I commend you. We have divination showing up here. Embrace your powers of divination, which are especially strong right now. You have the ability to see your current situation with crystal clear clarity. Okay, so divinate, even if that's using your intuition, even if that's meditating, or maybe you want to practice with telekinesis or something. I don't know. Whatever you feel drawn to. It doesn't have to be divination for answers. It could be any kind of magical practice, but be the best version of yourself and start today. Start doing, card readings if you feel like doing card readings for yourself or for others. If that's what you're being called to do. A lot of that I really am getting, like going within, doing meditating, maybe getting a past life regression or something like that would be helpful for you, would help you to gain some information to kind of like propel you further down your path. So if you've been thinking about getting something like that done, I would say go for it, because there's going to be information surfacing. We have the Ace of Swords showing up right next to the divination card. And also we know that past life regressions and quantum hypnosis are really beneficial, really helpful and healing for you, mind, body, and soul. So if that's what you're being called to do, I would say yes, but you're also going to find some answers there. You're also going to be able to shed these blockages, the guilt, remorse, perhaps even addictions, or just, things that are hindering you in your path at this time, things that you've been working on letting go of. It can help you to release those fully. So if you feel drawn, absolutely go get that done. But there is truth surfacing also about, okay, this is going to be about others involved with you too. So this could be you, this could be others, but I do get like connections with other people here. So other people's addictions could be surfacing, or their bad habits, their red flags, or whatever. If not, discard the card. Yeah. um, so you could be seeing a lot of that surfacing right now. Pivot, help them, support them in any way you can. If it's some kind of an addiction where they need to go into some kind of chemical dependency program. But that doesn't mean like be a doormat and make yourself available to them day or night, whatever they need to do. They also need to, have their own path. You need to enforce boundaries here. There, it feels like very much like a lack of boundaries, especially with the way that they were showing me the connections. So again, working on boundaries. This could be also boundaries with yourself. If you've been feeling yourself slipping into the bags of sweets a little too much lately and it's impacting your health in some way, then cut it out. Eat maybe a third of the sweets, or a fifth, or a tenth. I don't know how many sweets you're eating. Not my business. But if it's not good for your body or for your mental or emotional health right now, don't do it. Okay. It's time to prioritize yourself. And if others and their addictions or behaviors or anything like that are imposing on your ability to properly care for yourself, again, it's only you that has control over that. Okay. So you need to set your boundaries. You need to not make yourself available and make yourself a doormat. You need to take care of you instead of taking care of everyone and everything else, or this one person and this one thing. Which brings me to the next card. We have justice showing up. But when this card came out, I laughed because so justice, she's blind, right? Okay, she's got the blindfold on. She's blind. She's got her sword. She's got her skills. When that card came out, they were like, I think it was the cartoon Robin Hood movie where he was pretending to be a little feeble, like old man beggar that had a blindfold that was like supposed to be blind, but then he went and he robbed or something. I don't remember. I haven't seen the movie like forever. Didn't really care for it much as a kid, but that's the picture I'm getting. That's what I got when that card came out. Just like someone pretending to be blind. Stop blinding yourself to these situations that are depleting you, or these people that are taking from you, or you, and these self-sabotaging behaviors or addictions. Humans can become addicted to anything. It's not just substances, alcohol, drugs, or anything like that we're talking about. You can become addicted to other people. You can become addicted to other things, gambling, games, like video games, anything for that dopamine hit. Okay. And for all of you neurodivergents out there, the dopamine can be an issue because you're constantly like searching for the dopamine hit. So you need to really look at that. Maybe do some research if you feel guided, but setting boundaries with yourself and being able to observe your own boundaries, being present. My only addiction is the female species. I eat them raw like sushi. Rico's sobbing. Oh my gosh, Seb, I'm so glad you're here today. Oh my gosh, I need to have a drink and my cards are laying on my cup. Gotta wet my whistle. My throat was going dry. That was too much stuff. Okay. So stop being blind, okay, to either your own bad habits or thought patterns, intrusive thoughts, even neurodivergence. I'm talking to you. You can overcome that. Trust me, I did it. I do it all the time. It's not like one and done anything. You have to, continue to follow through. And we're actually going to have an episode this week that I'm going to give you the example that I was just about to tell you, but I'm going to save it for that one. So maybe we'll make it tomorrow. But be present with yourself. Remind yourself in the present moment. Have boundaries, okay? If it's food, if it's making messes, if it's substances of any kind, if it's video game, limit yourself. Okay. It doesn't mean you have to completely stop unless it's something that's affecting your health, like, you know, substances that are not good for your physical health. I am not saying to like keep doing that. Okay. Absolutely not. But also, if you are chemically dependent on something, then you need to work with a health practitioner or something to wean yourself off, because the withdrawals can be really terrible, and oftentimes will force people to go back in. So if that resonates for you or someone that you love, then maybe suggest going about that. But being present in the present moment, harmony, fulfillment, peace, gratitude, and enjoying the now. Stop being blind to your circumstances. Where is that getting you? Right? It's time to bring yourself into the present moment, root yourself into the present moment. You need to do a lot of grounding, okay? Because there's a lot of shifts. So we got the star. No, that's not the star. That's the Empress, I think. I don't fucking know. Anyway, it's her. But this is the reversal of it. There's a bird, there's a tree. This is grounding things, air energy, you know, doing the grounding. I'm pretty sure this has got to be the star card. Anywho, you see that star lit up right there. It's like grounding that star here to the physical. I'm just going to call it the star card because I'm getting star card energy off of it anyway. So this is the reversal, but there's also roses right behind her. Those roses signify love and abundance, and usually things ending and new beginnings. And that's true because we also have a skull right here creeping in the water right behind her. There's just a skull chilling there with the roses. So something's dead, done, and over with. You can no longer turn a blind eye to these things. And yes, the shifts may be difficult. They may knock you back into these ascension traps, those thought patterns, or those beliefs that keep you stuck. But shifts is a good thing. It's momentum into a new timeline or reality. You are shifting your entire life, but the only way you're going to do that is to be present. You cannot remain focused in the past, grieving the past, regretting the past, having remorse over the past, because remember, remorse, life regrets, bad choices, and addictions. You have to set yourself free from those. They came up right under that Ace of Swords. So setting yourself free from remorse, bad life choices, regret, being in the present, not being anxious about what's to come. That's being focused in the future. That's being, you know, trying to plant yourself in the future, in an uncertain future, which is not going to be manifesting anything good for you. So remain focused in the present. Do what you can in the present. Bring balance, bring justice in the present, bring truth. Live your truth in the now. Don't try to live my truth. Don't try to live someone else's truth. Be who the fuck you are. And if none of this resonates, don't take any of it. Because I'm just another person just telling you what I see off a bunch of pieces of paper. So you are the controller of your own life. You have to get up and do something. This Queen of Wands, bottom of the deck energy over here, is in the reverse. Okay. She's divine feminine. She is sexy. She is, you know, tapped into that sacral. She is creative. But in the reverse, it's like she's not getting up off of her ass to do anything, to create anything. She's not going anywhere. She's just remaining stuck. Insanity loop. Repeating past mistakes. Autopilot. Same experiences daily. Try something new. So you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to move forward. We have the King of Wands showing up here. That's divine masculine energy. That's seizing these opportunities, seizing these ideas whenever they come. But if you're closed off, that's his counterpart, but her back's to him. Okay, in the upright, that's his counterpart, but he's showing up in the upright, she's showing up in the reverse. So look at where your feminine wounding is, where you still carry feminine wounds. Whether you're a male or female doesn't matter. Okay, because that's what, with the moon card in the reverse, that eclipse right there, that's what's being removed from your life, so you can seize these opportunities, so you can be open to your creativity to create the solutions in the first place, or to create the fruition of your manifestations. Because if you're just sitting on your laurels and not doing shit, reminiscing about the past, like, oh my gosh, once I had a lover that was so nice to me until they turned really awful. But I'm not going to focus there because I'm just going to live in the past on a loop, because that's where I prefer to be. And then the whole world and your life pass you by, and what are you doing? You're just staying stuck in that ascension trap. So don't be that person. I know none of you guys are, but somebody who's tuning in kind of took command over the reading today. But we have good things coming around. We did talk the past couple of days about opportunities, maybe past opportunities or past people coming back around. This could be friends from the past, just like, hey, haven't seen you in several years or heard from you in all these years, and you have a really good long chat, and then you don't talk to them for a couple more years. It could be as simple as that. So good things are coming up. Good things are coming around. Some shit is happening. Things are leaving your life right now, but they are making room for the new, because Ace of Swords is a brand new beginning. And if it's right here next to the Justice in the upright, they've leveled the playing field for you in your life, in your experience. And now it's time for you to create. But you just got to get up off your ass. Okay. You got to tap into that divine feminine creation energy. Tap into that sacral energy. Do some sacral meditation or something. Do some chakra cleansing and clearing. If you feel like going to a Reiki practitioner, go ahead and do that. Or any kind of energy healing, you know, Steph is really great energy healer if you can get on his schedule, because he is busy. But if you don't have a Steph that's available, then you can go find any old Reiki practitioner will probably do. No, I'm kidding. We have a ton of them in this group. You guys are all wonderful. So if you're looking for a practitioner, post in the group and say, hey, I need this done. Anybody know anyone? You know, and we'll all help you. Or I do several different things, energy healing, you know, all the stuff. So hit up my website and see what I offer if you're interested. But yeah, you've got some great things coming in, but ground yourself, because this is the transitional period. Good things are coming, but there's going to be some shit flying around for a little bit, but that's okay, because things are going to level out. Probably a few weeks, things will start to really level out, and we'll start seeing the positive effects, the new things starting to come in after all the, you know, the retrograde and eclipse energy, dredging stuff up and taking shit out. Okay. So that's just your baby daddy. It's getting out of jail in a few years. Should I wait for him? Is he is he my soulmate? No, he's your twin flame. There are very pretty men in prison too. Ask my ex. Anywho. Oh, that was fun. Oh my gosh, my arms are sore now from all that trampoline stuff. Dude, I'm just under 5'4". Okay. And I put a 14-foot trampoline together by myself. So my guns are smoking right now. They're feeling a little flimsy. You're welcome. Thank you, Ben. Yep, keep calm through the storm. It all floods out. Yeah, in out of nowhere. And yes, it definitely does. Thank you. Feels kind of like I was all over the place, but that's just how the energy is, and I'm just flowing with it. So hopefully you guys got something from it. Because I do feel like I was kind of like all over the place, but what the hell? You guys tune into me for some reason. I'm authentic. That's all I can be. I don't know how to be otherwise. So if you guys can bounce around with me, then the more the merrier. You're welcome. Thank you, Kara. I'm glad you were able to make it today. We've missed you. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Steph. All right, we're talking about ancient civilizations unearthing. I had to title the show Beyond or Beneath the Waves, Beyond whatever it is. Sorry, I forgot what I titled it myself. It doesn't tell me on there either. That's all right. There it is. Beneath the Waves, Beyond Time, Our Ancestral Future. I titled it that, even though I forgot it. I have to make titles 5 days a week, guys, so I don't remember all of them. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Shauna. Hey, Angela. Oh, dang, Wendy. That's okay. We're glad you're back. So I don't know how many of you guys were here. It was one of those, I don't even know how long ago it was, a water channeling, and it's been like brought back up to me through other people and then through my own intuition a few times, like I would say every couple of weeks or so for the last few months. And then we've got all of these things surfacing, like what's been found underneath the pyramid at Giza. And I did just see what Johanna James, I think is her name, the chick that does like, she's, yeah. Anyway, so I was watching one of her videos that she posted yesterday about Sodom. You guys all know the Bible story, Sodom and Gomorrah. Well, they've been basically able to confirm that they found that site. And the way that it was found was going back to old script, old scriptures from the Bible, but before it was translated and retranslated and retranslated. So the original texts that talk about the geography of the place where Sodom was, and they ended up finding it, and they've done all these tests over the last 20 years. It's not a recent find, right, by any means, but pretty recent for our history, which is why I was bringing it up. So they've been doing all these tests and things over the years and confirming things, and it was basically a blast from a comet that was burning up in the Earth's atmosphere, and it was the heat from that just kind of less than 1 second, everything was completely decimated. Thoughts on Rurka? I don't know what that is. Hold on. I have some notes over here that I'll touch on that. But I was looking through, I was doing some research, and that might be in here. So let me double check. No, I don't see it. Okay, so you can educate me on that one, because I don't believe I've come across that. But my mind is focused on this subject. So if it's off the subject and it's something else, then just remind me, and my brain will pick back up on it. But yeah, as far right now, I don't think I know what you're talking about. Anywho, yeah, they were Zerka. Okay. Still don't know. Hold on a minute. If it's in here, I have the ziggurats or ziggurats. You guys gotta bear with me, because my brain isn't great with holding on to names and labels and stuff. So it takes extra like memory skills to try to retain all of the stuff. So I don't have any right now. If you want to like put in the comments what it's about, I might just know what it's about. But oh, your guide? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm focused on yeah, on the topic, and I just had no idea what you were talking about there. Let's save that for a little later, because we're not going to be doing personal questions right now. We're getting yeah, my mind is in the mode of talking about ancient civilizations and things like that being unearthed. So it's a great question, and I'd love to talk to you about it, but let's save that for another time. Okay. So I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay, so yeah, Sodom toast. Less than a second, completely toast. Yeah, the topic, the topic at hand. So they've been able to do, like, our science is very, very limited. No, you're good, Matt. Our science is very, very limited. So the type of testing that they do, like the carbon testing and all of that, it's pretty bunk. But anyway, they've been doing a lot of different tests, and there are things that they're able to find out and data that they're able to collect. And there's so much surfacing, not only with things like that, like we know that there were some, not, I guess you chambers too, but not what people understand of chambers, and what they're used for the pyramids. Anyway, this is kind of old news to those of us who know that they're ancient, power sources and part of the power grid, the ancient power grid and all of that. But there's these new discoveries that are being unearthed, and they didn't really unearth them. They used different technology to be able to do the scans to see what was under the pyramids, right? So they've also been scanning the Amazon. How many were there? I think it was over 400 different sites that they had found, like megalithic sites, in the past couple of years in the Amazon alone, which we've known that there's been stuff there because there's like pyramids and stuff that they've uncovered, not just in the Amazon, but all kinds of different parts of South America itself. So I was doing a little bit of research, and I was just like, how many ancient matriarchal societies do we know about thus far? And let me see. I've got so much that I'm trying to scroll through here, you guys. Find civilizations on Earth. Yeah, no, that's not one. Okay. I asked about matriarchal societies, so we're going to get there because I did want to talk about those a little bit. Apparently it didn't translate over to my laptop though. There was like 7, okay, with sonar drones, yes. But there were like 7 different matriarchal societies, and they're from, it's not really confirmed by archaeologists and things because they are still kind of arguing about this, but there are like 7 different ancient societies that were either they they're seemingly matriarchal societies, or they were like equals, and a lot of that was pre-Celtic era too. So what really sparked my interest in this subject, in this topic though, I know I'm kind of switching gears here, you guys, sorry, my brain today is just like jumping back and forth. So what really made me want to talk about this topic was because I was reading a story about the Vatican. And what a lot of people don't know is that the Vatican was built on Vatican Hill. People know that, but it used to be kind of like what did they call it? Not a cemetery, but where they put dead people. Thank you, Wendy. So Vatica, right? Vatica was the goddess, female. Okay, are you following me? That ruled over what we now understand as Vatican Hill. But they wiped out the temples. They completely removed, or so they thought, removed this goddess from history, and then renamed their empire Vatican. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this topic was because since we're going to be having touching back on my channeling of water, we're having all of these ancient civilizations resurface. We're going to be unearthing. There are so many more things that are going to start being unearthed, you know, in the near future. This is just, it's the time, right? So I'm getting really excited because since I was a kid, I just love history, like true histories though, because when I was a kid, I'd be like, that's not true. But I couldn't explain how I knew that wasn't true. But now I can. So my inner child is so geeking out on this because I've always been so fascinated by historical landmarks and really ancient sites and things like that. When I was a kid, even until now, if I go to an ancient site, I'm really feeling and hearing the ancient energies, like that hum I told you guys about that I hear, that low, like monk type of tone. But I just really connect with histories in that way. So that being said, Duncan is crying to get in. We have so many things that are about to be unearthed, and pay attention to the way that they have kind of usurped our true history in the past, because just like the Vatican naming themselves Vatican after they conquered and destroyed the goddess Vatica with and her temples and tried to erase her from history, they also created their name similar, so that even if it did spark a memory, then it's basically a way of gaslighting us, and they've structured language in the same way. So we know that they did this with the holidays whenever Christianity became a thing. You know, Catholicism and Christianity really started taking root, and they started doing the Crusades and, you know, shoving religion down everyone's throats, trying to rule them all with this religion. They took pagan holidays, and not only pagan holidays, but we're just gonna, you know, use that for now because there's so many different things. But they've taken other cultures' holidays and celebrations like Easter, Ishtar, okay, okay, Easter Island, Ishtar, goddess Ishtar. But they've taken these things and they have used the same times of year for their own holidays and named them similar, or named them after these other deities or um, cultures names for those, and they've kind of usurped them and taken them up as their own. So it's a way of gaslighting, even if people do have a remembrance because they remember that name, they'll think that it's associated with this, and then they'll just kind of, oh, I made that up or whatever. Fucking with the feminine. Yeah, look what they did to Mary Magdalene. Exactly. So like Easter with Ishtar, bunnies and eggs represent the resurrection of Christ. Are you kidding me? There were no Easter bunnies in the desert. What are you talking about? Just kidding. But so yeah, bunnies and eggs represent fertility, right? Humping like rabbits, you've heard the term. Procreating like rabbits, they just procreate and they exponentialize themselves. And then eggs, that's fertility. Ishtar is a fertility goddess. Okay, so keeping in mind what they've done to us throughout history, now we've got these new discoveries surfacing, these ancient sites that are being uncovered, and most of them, and there was over 400 in the UK alone last year, discoveries, archaeological discoveries made by everyday people. Okay, we're not everyday people. We find these things because we are, you know, they're a beacon to us. They're in our past, or it's part of our work, you know, as whatever volunteer we're here, you know, to become or to be. Do you think that there's like, it's not a surprise that everyday people are finding these things and uncovering these things and asking more questions and doing more research and looking into things and uncovering more? It's time for our information, for our ancient histories to come alive. It's time for them to resurrect. I love how that happened. And it's almost Easter too. I forgot. I forgot. It's all tying together and I didn't even intend for it to. But it's time for the resurrection of our true histories, of our true roots, because we're having so many soul memories. And because of these soul memories, even if people don't realize that's what they're having, or that's what's pulling them in the direction of this site where they uncover this thing, you know, there's, it's no surprise to me. I don't know if it is to you guys or not. Hell, you're coming into people to inform them. So that's really why I wanted to talk about this, because I really see, like, I can feel it. It's like really tangible for me. I can really feel that there's a lot of big discoveries that we're on the precipice of with regard to histories and archaeological finds. And there are so many things that have been being unearthed, like pieces of parchment that are thousands of years old that should have disintegrated by now, but because they were in this certain condition, in this certain cave, in this certain location, and with all of the right minerals and everything, it's just preserved it perfect enough to where we can understand what it is. We can actually see it. Easter in April. How weird. Yeah. Yes, Matt. Love it. Yep. Crystal grids. They're very powerful, very useful. Um, you can do them on your own property too, for your home, for protection and things like that. Um, so yeah, sorry, I'm bouncing back to points that I was coming to and I forgot. I bounced to another idea, so it happens. My bad, guys. Um, but yeah, just because of that that channeling, water's been coming through, like talking about it again and again and again. And that's why I made the promo picture what it was. It is all water, obviously, because she talked about the oceans revealing things, starting to surface things. We've had a lot of volcanic activity lately. All of these things are contributing to breakthrough energy. It's breaking the ground, literally, so that these things can finally come up from inner earth. We talked about also water channeled through me, talking about the ancient waters from deep within Gaia starting to make their way to the surface. This is the same the same thing, right? The earth is moving, the ground is breaking, so things are going to be unearthed. The waters are going to start surfacing from the ancient waters within Gaia herself to the surface. And of course, that's going to squirrel. Yeah, of course, that's going to affect the tides and the waters that we already have, our oceans, right? Our rivers, our aquifers, and all of these things. So everything is going to be affected in such a way that we're going to be discovering new old things, right? And all of these energies are also reintroducing themselves to the plane, which is um, helping get this information to surface, because it's our time. It's the golden age. We're already here. So the information surfacing is like phase one of being in this golden age itself. The information comes and it's so rich and it's just so abundant, and we start to really create. We start to like the readings we've been talking about in our own lives, having things surface so that we can get creative, so that we can think outside of the box, so we can become resourceful. It's also a time, yes, there's so much devastation and a lot of humans being impacted, like with the tornadoes and things that we've seen across the United States in the past couple of weeks, with the volcanic and earthquake activity, right? With the tectonic plates shifting and everything. So there are a lot of people being negatively impacted by these things, but it's also bringing humanity back to the surface as other humans are suffering. You know, we've got these people that are coming in to support, that are coming in to help, that are coming in to do whatever they can to lift up their fellow humans, whether they know them or not. So all of these things are culminating in the resurfacing of our ancient truth, which is pure love, true society, not corporatized one world bullshit. So it all kind of ties in together in a really beautiful way. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to like describe it to you and kind of state it for you so you can kind of see what part of my vision too, at least. I'll post what I've been drawn to draw today. It's far from done, but in our little circles in many shades of blue. I love that, Holly. Please share. I would love that. So expect a lot more really exciting archaeological finds. I'm wondering myself if they've even started scanning the Sphinx yet, because that's the one I'm really waiting for. I'm thinking like they're in Egypt doing these scans of Giza. Why wouldn't they scan the Sphinx too? So I'm wondering what's going to come out about that. But we have so much being uncovered right now, and this is only the beginning. So get really excited, because it's not only about like the matriarchal societies that are surfacing, but those are going to help to bring some more of the picture in, right? Bring in the bigger picture, just like Mary Magdalene, like Wendy mentioned, and how she was completely just given the shank, really, to be honest. And then figures like Anne Boleyn. Anne Boleyn keeps coming up to me a lot lately too, and not her story, and not specifically, not her personal story, what her presence in that period stood for, and how it was tainted and tried to be erased. But more has been revealed about that. More has surfaced about the mistruths that were shrouded around her entire story, and even her true words have come through. And just these pivotal points in history that were completely removed from our histories, that are surfacing, that are coming back in, are going to be very much like the Anne Boleyn story. The reason why I'm referencing it is because from this perspective now, we can understand what was done to her at that point and why. And we can look back on that period and be proud of our growth since then, but also understanding that we have so much farther to go in the grand scheme of it all. But I've seen a chamber below the Sphinx with scrolls in it. Yeah, me too. So it's going to provide us with not necessarily contrast in the way that it's showing like shadows and things like that, but which shadows will be surfacing also with this information. But it's going to give us the full picture, or more of the picture, so that we can put more of the pieces together. It's going to give us a broader perspective on our truth, on the true history of our planet. And then we're also going to be really developing technologically. There's a lot of technological advancements that are going to be had because of all of this information. They're going to have a way to process it. So here's a problem, find the solution, create more, expand. This is we're entering a really big time of expansion right now. Even Medusa was a victim. She was beautiful and then cursed for something that wasn't her fault. Yes, exactly. So yeah, does anybody have anything that they want to add? I'm gonna give my voice a rest for a second, get a drink. It's feeling scratchy. Thank you, Wendy. I just saw your comment. Hopefully you guys kind of got the gist of what I was trying to put down for you. And I probably didn't even address all the points either. You guys will have to kind of forgive me. Like I said, I've been on all day on task, being busy. So, yeah, I've been shifting from subject to subject, task to task today. So my mind is just in that frame. But if you guys don't have anything else that you want to talk about, anything else that you want to add, then we'll go ahead and start closing it out and letting everyone get back to their evening. I have I have the rest of the week lined up. Actually, I have all the topics, but I do them by what feels right for the next day. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, but I probably will do it on one of the topics that Shauna actually inspired whenever I was having a talk with her earlier. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly which one. There was two different, but one of them was just like a confirmation of something I wanted to do last week and didn't do. And so I'm like, okay, this week now. Are you picking up what I'm playing down? I hope you guys are, because try living in here, okay? Whenever this energy is happening, it's like slides, like one of those slide machines, projectors. Like it goes next, next. So sorry, guys. This all ties in with the things come to light for you today. Awesome, Matt. I love that confirmation. I'm glad at least there was some kind of positive outcome to today's topic. Me bouncing all over the place. Thank you, Ben. Love you. Have a good night, love. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting me even when my brain's all over the place. I'm still showing up. We're going to just roll with it. And if I have to bounce like a ping pong ball over this table, then that's what we're going to do. And hopefully you guys can keep up. Otherwise, I'm sorry. Try me tomorrow. I might be in a different mind space or some head space. See? Mercury going direct is still fucking with me. Give me a few more weeks. I love you guys so much. I will make the promo and let you guys know what's on for tomorrow's topic tonight. Oh, thank you, Shauna. I love you. I will be back with you guys tomorrow, same time as tonight. So it's going to be late podcast day tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, 1 a.m. British summertime for the following day. So it'll be April 10th at 1 a.m. for y'all. So I love you guys so much.